this is what I'm going to be showing you how to make in this video. This is going to be the ultimate guide to making the hardest techno cakes, and not just hard techno cakes. These methods work for any style of techno. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know today, all the little secrets that the pros aren't really showing you, as well for how to make the best techno cakes that you've ever made, and take your tracks to the next level today. To go along this video, I've just dropped a new sample pack called Ultimate Hard Cake with Bass Groove Library. The link is right in the top of the description. For just $10, you get these 20 kits, which have all these cakes, which include cake and bass grooves. So again, I played a few of these for you. There's 20 of them. You get all the individual layers. They're super hard hitting. You know, this will take your tracks to the next level today. This is something you can do right now to make the best music you've made in your life. I promise you, today this will help you. It also includes these free bonus melodic constructions and some rave loops. So it's literally everything you need to make an awesome hard techno track. Again, link is at the top of the description. This really does help support me, but it's not just for that. It's also, again, I want to give you guys some of the best kicks I've ever heard in a sample pack, so you can actually make your best music today. You know, it's not just a toy to play with. It's actually some really high quality sounds that'll take your tracks to the next level. So, go ahead, grab that right now. Get the best hard techno cake library of your life. I promise it'll take your tracks to the next level. The cake is one of the biggest things, you know. In a track, the cake is the thing that's like 50% of what you're hearing in terms of how hard the track is hitting. So, if you start with the best kicks, you'll have the best track. If you want to get the best kicks, the links are at the top of the description. Definitely go grab that, and let's dive in. So, we're going to start from scratch here. I get a lot of requests lately to make a cake from scratch, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So, when you make a cake, basically you're going to make it with a few different layers. We're going to start here with just like a good, I have these cakes. So, I always like to start with the low end layer first. So, what we're going to do, let's use that. Okay, we'll turn it up a little bit. And then what we'll do is we'll put in the MIDI. Let's go up to 142 BPM. And so right away, we're just starting with the punch. And you'll notice already it's a good sample. Like, you know, without any processing, it's already really hard hitting. But then what we're actually going to do is we're going to take an EQ3 now, and we're going to take just the low end from this one. And what this is going to allow us to do is really make the cake our own, because we can get a sample like this that's really good in the lows, and then another sample which has really good mids and highs, and combine them. So what we're going to do is now we're going to duplicate that, and then on this one it's going to be just mids and highs, and we're going to find another cake which can fill that in a bit. And we're going to also go here and make sure the start times are lined up. Very important. And there we go, we have a kick. And if you wanted, you could even maybe like take just this one for just the highs, or for just the mids, and then get like another one for just the highs. Cool. At this stage, I also like to put these in a little group and make it mono, because you usually want your kick to be mono. It's going to hit a lot harder. Alright, so we have a pretty nice sounding cake. As you can see, we didn't have to do any over processing. It's not a whole bunch of compression or saturation or EQ that's going to mess stuff up later, or just make it not hit as hard. It's just 3 really good samples. One with a really good high end, one with a really good mid range, and one with a really good low end, coming together to create one kick. We can also pitch these a little to make them fit. You can see you can get them to fit a little bit better sometimes. Alright, so we got a nice hard kick. And the one last thing I'll show you too is if you wanted, you could even mute these and actually just make that mid-high layer using the bass kick. Like, you could turn off that and just do like that, maybe distort it a little bit. So that's another way to make the top layer. But yeah, so cool. So now that we have the kick, then what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the low end layer. And all I did there, that little keyboard shortcut, I'm holding down Option if you're on a Mac, and then dragging the track into Control if you're on a PC. And the reason why we're using the low end to do this is because we actually want this to be based on the same layer that we used for the low end of the kick, because it's going to make it feel a lot more cohesive. Versus if you used one of these, this is going to be the rumble. So we want to use what's actually the low end. And I'm going to show you a few different ways to make the rumble. So the first way that I've learned most recently would be, this is kind of like a flip on an old technique. We're going to take the arpeggiator. We're going to do 16th notes with this. And let's also, while we're at it, I'm going to grab an auto pan. And we're going to turn the phase down to 0. We're going to turn the amount up. Put it on saw wave. Invert it. And then quarter notes. And now it sounds like it's sidechained to the kick, right? So we've got that, but then as you can hear, it's still not fully like a good rumble just yet. Let's actually take off this EQ3. And what we're going to do is the way a kick works is it's kind of like the start is like very high, and then it pitches down. That's how you get that like boom in the kick, right? So if you take this and start dragging the start time, check out what happens. See, we can get this big, like, full bass like that. And now, low pass it a little bit. And then maybe even a bit of distortion on top of that. And there you go. So that's one way to make a really nice rumble. And again, very simple, not a lot of over processing. It's about what's in the actual sample you're using, not what you do to it. So that's one way to make the rumble. The next way to make the rumble, which is a bit new as well. So we're going to take this again. We're going to copy it. And now we're going to stretch it. We're going to warp it. And just stretch it all the way out. So you get like this. But then we can also drag that forward. Low pass it, pitch it down. And let's copy that same auto pan on there too. So there you go. That's another way to make a rumble. And with this one, there's a lot of things you can do to it as well. Like if we make a little audio effect track, and then we get an EQ3 here, we can do like 1, which is just the lows. And 1, which is just the mids and highs. And then distort those. You get a lot. You could even duplicate that and do one that's just the highs with some more distortion and put like a delay on it. And then now, I think we need to distort that first. Yeah, there we go. See, we're getting a little bit of like a... So you can do a lot with that. And between that and then the other method with the 16th notes, you can see how you can pretty much get almost any shade of kick. I mean, the thing about rumbles is there's a lot of different ways to do them, but also I haven't really seen one video showing you everything. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, to take your tracks to the next level, make the best music you have ever made right now, today, grab the Ultimate Hard Kick plus Bass Groove library. The link is right at the top of the description on my website. Once again, it's this collection of 20 super awesome kick and bass grooves to get all the individual layers, the kick and the bass, plus the full thing. Again, these are super just powerful, hard hitting, some of the best techno kicks I've seen on the market. Again, the kick is so much of what you're hearing in the track. If you drop one of these in, I promise your tracks will go to the next level. If you've been struggling, or you just need some new inspiration, or you just want to support your boy, go grab this. It's really the best deal on the market for some of the best quality sounds that have ever been produced. I'm not just saying that, like, I've really put the time in to learn how this stuff works and to make these for you. You also get these free bonus melodic constructions and 20 rave loops, so it's a great deal. Plus, it really helps support me. If you guys enjoyed these videos, I really don't make a whole lot off of YouTube. I mean, it's almost like funny if you look at what the AdSense is. But with these sample packs, I'm able to keep going and keep bringing you guys new videos like this all the time. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Go grab the best sample pack of your life, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Link at the top of the description.